Yo, what's up? This is Brandon, aka Fling, and this is your Battle Royale Week 10 first look. So we are going to hop into a draft. We got four people to wait for, so this is good. This will allow me to look at the overall slate first and foremost. There's a couple spots that I really think are going to be good this week. Number one, San Francisco going against Tampa. Tampa has been a team that has given up a lot of points, about 27 points per game. So they're definitely a team that you can target. San Francisco, they have that high team total of 28 points. So, Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, these are all players we can be looking to target this week against Tampa. And then maybe we'll get back Christian McCaffrey. I don't know. We might get back Christian McCaffrey. If not, Jordan Mason. One thing about Tampa is they give up a lot of points. You can throw on them. You can run on them a bit. They're certainly not a juggernaut defense by any stretch of the imagination. And then on the other side, what's good is their offense produces. Baker Mayfield's been averaging over 20 fantasy points per game. So even with Godwin and Evans out, he's been producing, throwing to Cade Otton, Sterling Shepard, whoever it is. So he can definitely keep the game competitive so that, potentially ends up being a back and forth game environment. So a couple other spots that really stand out. We got Buffalo. This has now risen to 26 points going against an Indy team that's, allowing quite a few points per game themselves. So, the defense has tightened up a little bit, but a lot of that has been opponent based. And Buffalo obviously has that high team total. And, Vegas thinks this game is going to be pretty close. So, I certainly like those type of game environments. Specifically with Indy, you can run on them quite a bit. So this is a good rushing matchup for Josh Allen, for James Cook in this spot with their 26-point team total. Couple other spots that do stand out. New Orleans is in full sell mode. So if we can get Atlanta here, there's no Marshawn Lattimore. They're a team you can run on. You can now throw on them. And Atlanta's been good offensively. Kirk Cousins at the helm. Hopefully we'll get Drake London back in this spot this week. Crushed me last week. I had a lot of Drake London, and it just really sucked that he came in, caught a touchdown, and then right away, had like 10 points and then exited the game. But if not, we get, Mooney, Bijan Robinson, Ray-Ray McLeod. I like Kyle Pitts. So a lot of different ways we can go there. But let's see what we're picking. So we're going to be picking fourth in this draft. And, that's not too bad. I normally hate picking at the beginning and would kind of prefer to let the draft fall to me a little bit, and you can plan it out a little bit better. Lately, when I've been doing these, I've been getting first or second. So I like third or fourth. It's a pretty good spot to pick. But, let's look at a couple more spots we might want to target. I also love Minnesota going against the terrible Jacksonville secondary. Justin Jefferson is going to be a guy that we can certainly target. Addison could be a good direct leverage play off of Jefferson. If we're unable to get Jefferson, that might be a guy that we'll try to target. We now got Hawkinson back, so he could be a guy that we'll try to target. This is also, I think, going to be a really good spot. So let's see how this goes. By the way, I think I said Ayuk earlier. He's on IR, so we won't be drafting Ayuk. All right, that was fast. Barkley, Jefferson, Kamara. Do I want to take the chance that Christian McCaffrey is going to play? I might do that, but for the sake of this draft, I want it to be a little more concrete of our plan. So let's maybe queue up Kirk Cousins here. I went with Bijan Robinson. Don't mind that at all, as we just established. That's a really good spot going against New Orleans. So, yeah, I think we can maybe stack him up with Kirk Cousins. All right, so we got someone did take McCaffrey right after me. Josh Allen, Aaron Jones, and Garrett Wilson. Seems a little early for Garrett Wilson, but okay. I feel like Debo could play in this game. He's limited Wednesday. I think there's a good chance he'll play, and I love that matchup. So I'm going to go ahead and take Debo. I'm going to queue up Purdy. Oh, gosh, there just went Kittle. I was going to try to get Kittle. Juwan Jennings is the guy that I think might play. Let's see his status. He was limited. Okay. Let's maybe take Jennings. So really want to probably grab another running back early because I just did a review video and there went James Cook. That sucks. The running backs have been smashing early. Najee's in a good spot. Swift's in a good spot. I could take either of those guys. Maybe I will wait and take another wide receiver. Is A.J. Brown going to play? I don't know. That's a tough one. It's like you don't want to pick too many guys that, might not play. So pretty. Let's take a chance on it. That's too good of a matchup going against a poor Dallas team. So if I can get A.J. Brown, I'm fine with it. It's one of those things we're taking a little bit of risk here, but the reward, obviously, if these two play, these guys got a lot of upside. So sometimes, that's why we're able to get this value, of course, on a Wednesday. I think it'd probably make a lot of sense just to take Brock Purdy here, get my quarterback. Don't want to wait too much longer. And tight end. Can maybe play Hawkinson in a good spot. I can get another running back still. Jonathan Taylor. I would be shocked if he's still there, but I would definitely consider taking him. But, yeah, I think, there he goes. DeAndre Swift or Najee Harris, I think both would make a lot of sense. And then we can finish this up with tight end. I would love if I can get TJ Hawkinson at 35 because I think it would be a great direct leverage play off of Justin Jefferson, who's going second in a lot of drafts. He's going to go in the top 3 in most drafts. So if he fails, that's a great way to leverage the field. If he fails, and also the guy you need is TJ Hawkinson this week and not Justin Jefferson, that's a really good way to leverage up the leaderboards. And I certainly will take that shot if he's there. Now, everyone's got a tight end here except me and Locust. So there are some risks, but there's also several guys above him. So I can also do Kyle Pitts, who would be a pretty decent play as well if for some reason TJ Hawkinson is there. And, Kyle Pitts might be the better play. Chicago's got the better matchup this week going against a pretty poor New England team against the run. They give up an average of 23 yards above expectation to the run. So I think DeAndre Swift is a better play, but Najee would have been a solid play as well in that spot. So we'll see the tight end that Locust ends up taking here. Might just force our hand. I really want to take Kyle Pitts and not Hawkinson, but just thinking about this in terms of direct leverage for a contest of 40-some thousand, it would make more sense to potentially take Hawkinson over Kyle Pitts. Hawkinson was involved last week, got 4 targets. So already played 45% of the snaps his first game back. I think we're just going to take Hawkinson in that spot and look for that direct leverage on those Justin Jefferson lineups. Now, let's say, I did 10, 20, 30 drafts and, I had a similar build. I definitely would be looking to also get Kyle Pitts in that same range. Just having a good core group of players, but kind of swapping out the high variance plays. But yeah, that's going to do it for this first look. We'll kind of see how this shakes out. And you know what? Who knows? This guy might have been wanting to stack. He didn't stack Sam Darnold. I thought maybe he might have wanted to do it with Hawkinson, but actually he had already taken Kittle. So maybe he was going to go double tight end. I don't know. This guy stacked Breece Hall and Aaron Rodgers. Looks like we got a naked Josh Allen lineup here. Jalen Hurts with Saquon Barkley. Went right to that QB running back stack. Normally they cannibalize each other, but if you think they're going to absolutely just boat race the team they're playing, which I could totally see it, by the way, then it makes sense. They are going against Dallas, a poor Dallas team. Ringer's really taking a while on his pick here. Looks like it may have timed out. So anyways, good first look draft. I got Purdy, 2 Deebo Samuel, and I was able to get Bijan, AJ Brown, DeAndre Swift, and TJ Hawkinson. So what I like about this team is I have ceiling at every single spot. So, I didn't really punt on any, spots really looking for direct leverage with a guy who's, has got a low floor. So I like that. I like having a guy like TJ Hawkinson who can have a 20-plus point game, is kind of my direct leverage play. And just a lot of heavy hitters that can potentially take down the tournament. So that's going to wrap it up for this one. Thank you for joining me. Stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that like button. And make sure you're subscribed because a lot more Battle Royale, Underdog Fantasy content coming your way. We'll see.